Hi everybody, here's Christian, and this is Gushcast. We're gonna gush all over the Switch.
For a second, I thought you said gotcha, and you were finally going to announce that this was going to be a pay-to-win podcast. Literally, we were going to have to demand that people pay us to use weapons that will actually let us go forward in the game.
Like the Switch?
Monster Hunter Heroes. You want Shepard? Sorry. You get
paywall.
Yeah, you don't get
Nimitz
me.
You get Nimitz playing Shepard.
No, until you spend $20, you just get that random puppy that keeps saying "a lap, please," and then he stays in base camp the entire time. And you're like, "Come on, do something!" And they never respond. A lap, please. That's all they say. A lap, please.
A lap, please. So this is our Let's Play of Monster Hunter Generations. And we're gonna fight the monster today and talk about the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, we're gonna fight the Rathlos in Rathlos Run!
Yes.
It's from the Eastbourne Hunter. That Rathlos flying near the ancestral step. Yeah, I let him get away! Figured he deserved a break. Now he's too far away for me to bother with. Someone else tackle him for me.
That sounds kind of like lazy.
Yeah.
And deviant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit like me.
So, Shepard,
yes.
Before we go into Zelda talk,
yes.
Shepard, can you share with our listeners now on air, like on actual recorded?
Yes.
What was your experience with the Switch so far? Whoa! I just started right immediately in front of Rathlos. Sorry.
So you want me to start with the good or the bad?
No, pick your thing. All
right. So, for me. Specifically, and I think for a lot of, like, especially I think, like Nintendo's got it. Like they know how old the classic Nintendo fans are now. Probably at least in the 30s, right? The classic ones. I mean, look, anyone can be a Nintendo fan. I mean, you've got
the good generation,
kids and stuff. The best generation, really. Sorry, World War I people. It was actually actually the millennials. Yeah.
Sorry, Star Trek.
Yeah, sorry, Star Trek, but it's this generation. They understand that, you want to have that full console-like experience, but, in bed.
Yeah.
Hold on, that sound kind of came out the wrong way. I mean, you want to be able to play your consoles wherever you want. And where I want to play it, I don't, I can go down into my little goblin cave and play my games down there, which is what I do most of the time. But then my wife misses me. She's like, "Where are you?" And it's like, "Well, I'm being a goblin in my cave." Now I can take my Nintendo Switch with me into the bedroom. Okay, so really,
I really like the goblin.
Really, that's not sounding the way I want it to sound. But like you can lay in bed, and it's kind of like, you remember how we've spoken about this a couple times, like how great a console the Vita was, right?
Yes.
Because it was very well designed. It looked great. It had an amazing screen. It was powerful enough so that the games that took advantage of it, they looked kind of like on par with I would say like a PS3 game. That's not going too far, right?
Well, it's like a very good PS2
It was like
game.
between a PS2 and a PS3.
Yeah, somewhere in between. But like, on that format, like that's good enough. And especially when you're used to playing your games on a 3DS, I mean, it was nice.
Yes.
And so, like, what the Switch is, it's like, you got that same graphic fidelity as if you had kind of like a really, really good looking Wii U gamepad, right? Except like the Wii U gamepad is like, that's the whole console, right? You take that wherever you like. God, we're just wrecking this Rathlos. Okay, sorry. This is feeling really good right now. So I love that, right? I mean, I think the stories about how terrible the kickstand are real, unless you've got that thing on a hard, flat surface like my ripping, hard, like six-pack abs. That thing's going to fall over. But, if you're in bed, you've got pillows. Those work just fine. So that's the good. Okay, let's go into the bad. Hard to demonstrate while we're fighting a Rathlos, but mine came slightly defective. There was some crap or something in my fan, which has led me to have like a little bit of anxiety. Because I'm like, is this thing broken? What's wrong with this thing? Seems like it may have
Very should be
resolved
coming.
itself or whatever. I don't know. But I think the most egregious thing, and this affects everybody, is, and nope, not enough people are talking about this, is where's the goddamn music? Okay?
Yeah. You
Best part-
you are a big fan of Nintendo system music.
Well, I don't think there's a person alive that has not like listened to like the Wii U menu music. Oh, and that shop channel music is like mwah. I mean, it is. I mean,
My
it is
jam.
good.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the best. It's the best. And there's nothing there. So between that and a number of other things, it really makes me feel like maybe this was like a beta test. Maybe something that like they're still. They needed to get it out by the end of the fiscal year, which for Nintendo is March, and for many companies is March. And so they're like, well, we're going to get enough people that are going to buy this anyways and buy Zelda, that it'll be worth releasing now. We'll polish it up and we'll have it in perfect condition by the time Mario comes out in December.
Huh. Okay, so you think it's more of a beta test, but I have to.
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure because I rarely go into the menu. But does the DS have music in the menu?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah,
Or the
they got-
3DS,
yeah.
depending,
They've
and
got-
even
they've got
depending on
some
the
chimes.
theme
Yeah.
and depending on the theme you have, it has different music.
Yeah. It's like, I was joking about it. It's like the guy, like they fired the guy that made the music. Or like they couldn't figure out, like they misplaced the MP3 that they've been working on. Or something. There's something going on.
I'm thinking maybe because they don't have system music, so in case you're in public, so you don't disturb other people. But
That's dumb.
I'm also thinking
think
that
so. I
they
think
might.
that would be a strange thing for them to want to do that.
but
I
people
have
have
a
been
feeling
giving
they
them crap about the music sometimes.
Yeah, I have a feeling like we're eventually going to see themes like we have on the 3DS, and those will have music.
Okay, maybe that's a good idea. Like, so they do it so they can like sell themes later on.
I mean, right now you got the black and white theme, and like that's it.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. Everyone's hating on these Joy-Cons, but maybe it's because I've got small Japanese-like hands. But like, I think they feel great. I think they're wonderful.
I don't.
Now,
They're
you're a
good for
slightly
while,
bigger man
but they're
than me.
they're a little tiny. Like I ended up the case I got had like these like rubber grips for the Joy-Cons, and it thickened them up like by about half, maybe like a quarter of an inch, and it just feels so much better.
Yeah,
with
but
just
but
that
you're
little bit of
bigger
extra
than me,
width.
right? Your hands are definitely bigger than mine.
Yeah.
So like, if you now, Christian, this is going to be an actual problem for you.
Yeah.
Because you're the largest, I think, of all of us.
Yeah, definitely. My hands are huge.
And I've never really measured your hands, but I can only assume that they're proportionate to the rest of your body.
Definitely proportionate to certain limbs of mine, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, so I see what you did there. Now, so like I'm going to imagine that like me and especially Nick, like we're going to be fine. I mean, with his tiny Durham-Burroughs type arms, they're perfectly designed.
Oh,
They
gosh,
may have had him in mind when they created them.
If this was a podcast episode, we already had like 5 names that we could name this podcast.
Tiny Durham-Burroughs like arms.
I don't mind. I kind of like holding small things in my hands.
Oh, so you're gonna love it. And especially like when you're like I said, like the best way to play this is like chilling out in bed with it propped up on a pillow. You can lay in whatever position you like, and
So
like
how do
even
you? Because I saw Cthulhu yesterday streaming this. By the way,
Yeah.
if you want to see Cthulhu stream Zelda, now's the time.
Yeah.
So I saw him and using it in a very specific way. But how do you use it? Like, how do you like attach the Joy-Cons to the console, or do you detach them? Do you attach them together to this dock thing, or do you just keep them separate?
I am in full resplendent, like think of like a Greek god or somebody that like
I always
reclining
think
in
about
bed,
Greek gods, and I don't think about you.
like oiled up and shining, like
Yes,
propped
yes.
up. My wonderful wife is like hand feeding me peeled grapes, and I just in whatever position I'm in, like there's a Joy-Con in each hand.
Okay, yeah. So they both separate.
Yeah, they're separate. I mean, I've played it. Occasionally, I'll be a little, I'll switch it up. I'll slide them into the Switch, and kind of play it like it's kind of like a big handheld.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you've got like a sufficient number of objects to prop it up on, because like I said, the stand is not going to do it. The stand is only like a supplemental thing to kind of have.
Like an emergency situation.
It's great if like you're at like I used it on lunch on Friday. Like I was at that table.
On a table.
I propped it up there.
On a table. Like if you're laying down in bed, you can have the stand out simply as like a supplement. Like literally as a supplement to the other things that
bad?
are there. It's not
It's
sufficient.
It's very small. It's not a hard it's a semi-flexible plastic. The other thing I don't like with it is that when it's out, the SD card is exposed. They basically put the SD card port right behind the stand, and so like the only thing that protects the SD card is the kickstand. So if that ever breaks off, you're running around with your SD card port exposed.
Completely exposed. Let me take a look at it right now. I'm going to expose it right now. So that fire alarm was very well timed.
No, I'm just charging batteries.
Oh, those are your batteries. That's right. Those are drone batteries. Of course. Yeah, you're right, Cthulhu. If that thing ever breaks off, and I could easily see like any child near this thing is going to rip that thing off and lose it within the first week.
Yeah.
That stand is toast.
But I don't know, like that's okay, that would support your beta thing theory because Nintendo is usually so on top of their game when it comes to make their stuff childproof.
Well, okay, but let's also but you know, while we say that's a bad part for it, let's remember that Nintendo has bittered their cartridges so kids and animals don't eat them.
No, they did it to get viral
That's so
marketing.
Great! I love this.
Viral,
this is
it's
the
viral
best
marketing
thing.
is all it is. They want
this.
You know,
is so good. This is to me. This little detail is like design of the year right there.
It's meme magic is what it is. They predicted
someone
the meme.
turned it into a meme. Nintendo did it before that, not expecting anybody to do it.
Yeah.
Wait,
have they done it to other flavors of Bitterant out there?
It was. I think it was it Patrick Klepek?
No, it was. I thought it was Jeff Gerstmann.
Yeah, or they both of them.
Jeff Gerstmann was the first, I think. I've got a 3DS cart. I'm gonna put it in my mouth right now. Hold on.
Yeah, I tried 3DS.
Which one am I gonna taste?
3DS didn't work.
I've got 3DS Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna lick it.
It's okay. You don't have to. I tried it already. It doesn't work.
It.
No, nothing. You're right. There's no flavor there.
Yeah.
It's a little salty.
But have you tried?
I think that's for my hand.
Have you tried? But have you guys tried the 3DS?
the Switch? No. Should I?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I want the live experience.
Well, there's no video, but what part should I lick?
Well, the label.
Lick the back right above the. No, you lick the back right above the contacts.
I'm gonna do it, guys.
Okay, do it.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's bitter.
Okay, it's bitter.
I feel like I gotta lick more.
This is going to be a new seasoning. Ground up Nintendo Switch cartridges.
I mean, it's bitter, but it's not that bad.
Okay, it's not like the worst taste in the world, as some people
But you know what? So people have been saying that this is actually a fascinating genetic experiment.
Oh.
So
because some people can taste it, some can't, right?
Well, there's 3 classifications of tasters out there.
Yes. There
are, I guess, 25% of people in the world are under tasters, 50% are normal tasters, and 25% are super tasters. And so under tasters will lick it and they will taste a very little bitterness or maybe even nothing. Mm-hmm. Normal tasters will lick it and they'll be like, oh, that's bitter. And then super tasters will like violently throw up.
Oh, so you are under taster?
I'm an under taster, clearly.
Cthulhu, what kind of taster are you?
Yeah, Cthulhu, you want to give it a lick right now, or have you already licked it all off?
I don't have one.
Have you licked it clean?
No, I haven't. I don't even have a single cartridge.
Well, how about when you come up to PAX, I'll let you, assuming I have it in time, you can lick my Disgaea 5 cartridge.
Sounds good. I will gladly lick this guy.
That's a sentence that you never thought you would ever. You can lick my cartridge when you come over.
I'm not gonna say that I just licked Zelda clean, but like it's like I licked that thing.
Oh, this is so great.
It was Yeah, so now I know, and and the advantage of being an undertaster is like you're able to eat a much wider variety of food groups, including like spicy things.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you are, again, it's like a spectrum sort of, like if you're super unable to handle bitter or spicy things, you're probably a super taster. And that would be like the sort of person that they would have like in the olden ages, like tasting for poison in the king's food.
Okay.
So we'll talk about more about tasters, I guess.
Let's talk about more about tasters on the next episode. I think this was this Rathlos.
I almost want to put the whole thing in my mouth.
I'm feeling with the Rathlos here right now because he was like completely like ignored. We're all like about just like fighting him while gushing over the new things that appeared.
I could probably put a couple of those in my mouth and be fine.
Okay, good. So let's continue on the next episode with more Switch impressions. I hope you will join us next time around. And as always, good luck and good hunt.
You hear that? It sounds like a buzzing.
Seriously, it sounds like That's weird. That's such a weird sound.
I mean, the fan is clearly rubbing against something. Right?
That's what she said.
But
it sounds like there's a couple things that could happen. You could have like dust in the fan, or the fan is off balance and rubbing against something.
It's like a vibrating butt plug.
I'll give you a vibrating butt plug.
Not that I know what a vibrating butt plug sounds like.
Squatty Potty.
Squatty Potty. Tired of cleaning your vibrating butt plugs? Squatty Potty! So tired of cleaning off my vibrating butt plug. It's dirty all the time. Well, we got the solution for you.